At National University, an MBA is not an end, it's a beginning, an opportunity to
build affordable housing in the inner city.
Launch a mobile app that monitors blood pressure.
Create jobs in my hometown.
Because we know it's not just the degree, it's the degree to which you use it. Do more for your community with an MBA from National University. Learn more at nu.edu. National University, for the greater.
You're listening to the Morning Punchin' Show with RB and J, live and direct from more cities than an Instagram model's bio. Get ready for some boxing talk on the clock. Let's face it, you're not working and somebody's got to pay for the Wi-Fi.
Good morning, my boxing lovers. It is your host, RB and J. Today is Friday, March 11th, and we are back with a new edition of the Morning Punchin' Show. We have an awesome show lined up for you guys. But first, before we get started here and dive into hot topics, got to say hello to my girlfriend, Jay, out in Inglewood. How you doing today, Jay?
I am great. It is beautiful in California. It's Friday. We ain't got no job. No, we have some jobs. Our job is to bring the boxing to you. So it's another lit Friday for another great installment of the Morning Punchin' Show. Glad to be with you, honey.
All right. So, look, we're going to have some boxing talk on the clock. So if you're at work listening, thank you. If you're commuting to work, if you're on the East Coast and it's your lunch break, thank you for dialing in and listening to us. So today we're going to have some hot topics. We're going to play Know It or Blow It. So we're going to take two callers, and you know the drill. You get 10 seconds and one shot. We've got two questions, and if you win, then you win a shirt from the Raging Babe store. So if you want to play, the number is 718-508-9852, and you must press 1 so that we can see you on the switchboard and we can bring you on to play the game. Other than that, we've got a new edition of Jae-Walking, and Hotline Bling is going to be very, very hot today. If you're on Twitter, you saw yesterday that Vanis and J-Rock were exchanging some blows via Twitter again. And Vanis was threatening to call people to the carpet and expose some people from the DMs, and J-Rock, was saying that he's delusional. So we're going to get them both on today. We're going to let them both have, their 5 minutes of airtime, and then we're going to bring them on both together so that all the he said and she said could be deaded, and they're going to squash it and just bring everything to light so that hopefully they can move forward. Yeah, so, not a lot really happened this week, Jay, in our boxing universe. I mean, it was almost a little dead. So the good news is we don't have a ton of hot topics, and we'll be able to get Vanis right on and then J-Rock. But we can blow through a couple headlines that, did make a little bit of waves this week. So let's kick right off and dive into let's dive right into the first one, which is the Cotto Kirkland is in play for June 18th in Brooklyn. And they're saying that that's going to be a pay-per-view card. Do we think, Jay, that Cotto – okay, you answered my question. I was going to say, is Cotto Kirkland really a pay-per-view fight?
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
That's directly from his boss's mouth. That's directly from his boss's mouth.
I'm not sure if Cotto is even a pay-per-view fighter anymore. I mean, I think the fight with Canelo was probably his last hurrah on pay-per-view. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing Cotto Kirkland on HBO. I don't know if it's a pay-per-view card. However, Cotto signed this massive deal with Rock Nation. And in that deal, there's all types of minimums and guarantees. And in order to pay Cotto what he signed up for, this has to be a pay-per-view fight. So there's no way around it. So, did Rock Nation really think about all these little details?
I don't think they did. The problem is Cotto is a great fighter. Cotto's last hurrah was that Canelo fight. His pay-per-view equity is done. There's nobody out there he can fight that's going to pull in the views. Canelo's done. Mayweather's done. And there's nobody out there. Pacquiao's done. He ran his pay-per-view course, and I don't know how they're going to pay for this. Hell, is James Kirkland even going to show up? So even if it is Cotto, so I don't know about all that. Wrong answer.
Yeah. So nobody really knows if Kirkland was made an official offer, but there are some preliminary discussions going on. So that is real. And I think it was back on like February 16th or February 19th. I had put a tweet out there and I said, Kirkland Cotto, anyone? And I mean, everybody came at my neck. They were like, "You're crazy." They've been talking. Now the other fight that's been in talks is Kirkland Rosado for June 4th on the Salido Vargas card. So Kirkland right now, I think he knows that the ball's in his court, and he probably wants to get the most money because we know Kirkland only fights when he needs a check. It's not like he's an active fighter. We don't even know if he's with Ann Wolf or not. So I think whoever can make him the most legit offer and wherever he can make the most money, I think that's the fight he's going to take. I don't think it matters what weight it is. I think if Cotto says, look, we can fight at 154, it'll be 154. If Cotto says, I want us to fight at 160, Kirkland will fight at 160. However, if he fights Rosado, he's not going to fight Rosado at 160. He's going to be like, hell no, you got to come down to my class. So I think it's going to be about the money.
Absolutely. Correct answer.
New signing this week, Jay. Mayweather Promotions signed Sharif the Lion Bulgari.
Oh, my God. Now that he's a money team, for those of you who aren't familiar with Bulgari, go back and watch some of his ring walks. He's a dude that likes to come to the ring wearing the lion cloth and the cage and coming in the cage. I don't know. Maybe if he starts ring walking now, he should come out to something a little bit more like... Queen to be. He should come out a little bit more coming to America because he's going from in the cage to Princess Zamunda. So I don't know. Congratulations, Bulgari. Good job.
What I've noticed, and this, I'm not really throwing shade here, but for as much as Floyd Mayweather talks about Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd has gone through a lot of Golden Boys leftovers. They picked up Richard Schaefer, they picked up Bruce Binko, and now they're signing Sharif. So, as much as Floyd talks about Oscar, it's like he sure does get a lot of talent from Golden Boy, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. I mean, I got tongue-tied even trying to get compose my thoughts around that. There's not much out there. Oscar he's farming young prospects. I don't know, maybe they're not going out and scouting as they should be because they're out partying. I don't know. I don't have any confirmation of this. They kind of have their money team guys that they surround themselves in the gym, but can none of those guys really fight? So and then bringing Bulgari into the stable, what's that really going to do for the stable? I understand strategic signings that you bring in guys because you got champs and you need bodies, but Bulgari and then Jay Leon Love, what's he doing? Badu Jack's dope, but no, Badu Jack, is he money team?
He is money team. I think this is what they're doing, and I think we're going to see a lot of promoters doing this. Greg Cohen is doing it back east. Well, he signed Kendall Holt, Kareem Mayfield. You got all these promoters now signing up. Let's call them what they are. They're opponents. And so you got Al Heyman that has all of these fighters. Well, guess what? They need opponents. They need to find somebody. So you got a kid like Ashley Theophane now who's going to probably make his biggest payday, and he's going to fight Adrian Broner. So, you get the promoters now that are signing these B, C, D level guys because, they can make for a fight and they'll get paid well. That means the promoter's going to get a chunk of that as well. So, because at first I was confused with Cohen out in New York, and I'm like, why is he signing Kendall Holt, and why did he sign Kareem Mayfield, and why is he signing, Zab Judah, and it just made sense to me. Heyman's stable, they need opponents, and they're going to get paid really well to fight their guys, which means the promoter's going to get their 10, 15, 20% cut. So
exactly.
I think that's why a lot of these guys are being signed. Anyway, guess who moved up to the 140 weight class this week officially? Finally, Jose Benavidez moved up to the 147-pound weight class, should I say. I'm sorry, guys. So He can't make 140 anymore. It was a struggle. I think his last fight, he came in at like 152, wasn't even close to 147. So he's officially moved up to 147. And the word on the curb is he could face Jesse Vargas. But, Jay, here is my question to you. Here's my question for you, Jay. I actually like the matchup, but Jesse Vargas just won a belt. He just defeated Saddam Ali. He wants revenge with Tim Bradley. He thinks he's in line for a Pacquiao fight. Is he going to want to fight Jose Benavidez?
Hell no. Hell no. Why? There's no reason. There's no benefit for him to fight Benavidez. And it's no disrespect to Benavidez at all. What it is that kid got his shot. He feels like he and Bradley have unfinished business. Bradley vacated the belt. Bradley Pacquiao, whatever the outcome is, Bradley is still a viable option for Jesse Vargas. The real key is, how is Jesse going to get treated? Is Jesse going to get treated like the A side, or is he going to get treated like the B side? Because it's very clear that Top Rank loves Jose Benavidez Jr. So how is Jesse going to talk? And when Jesse was on the ruckus with us, Jesse liked to talk that shit. So how that's going to be an interesting thing to sell if that's what actually happens.
Yeah, it is an easy fight to make. I agree with you. I think Top Rank really did love Jose Benavidez Jr. I don't know if they are so much in love with him anymore. He's had a lot of weight issues. He hasn't looked spectacular. There's been some rumors that maybe his camps have been a little chaotic and maybe he's not as dedicated as he used to be. So, we'll see. It's an easy fight to make. I like the matchup stylistically. I just think Jesse Vargas wants bigger and better. Anyway, talking about weight classes, David Lemieux, he's fighting James De La Rosa this week, which he should pretty much get by James pretty easily. And so he says he wants to fight at 160, and if Canelo wants to fight him in September, the fight's got to be at 160, not these made-up weight classes of 155. But here's my question to you, Jay. If they offer David Lemieux the fight at 155 and they offer him mad money, let's say they offer him $3 million, $4 million to fight Canelo, you don't think he's going to take that fight?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop your fucking lying.
Lemieux knows he ain't turning that fight down. Come on. Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, son. Like, that's cool. It sounds good, but Canelo's not going to make any concessions or, give in to a David Lemieux. The fight would be at 155. And, Lemieux, you're just going to have to make 155. The D.C. Boxing Commission released an official response yesterday into its investigation into the bizarre scorecard offered for the Ortiz-Thompson fight. Now, I'll be honest, I was switching back and forth between HBO and Showtime that night. Julian was fighting, and then the heavyweights were fighting. But the scorecards, I think a judge or two gave Thompson like 2 rounds on the card. Jay, did you watch that fight close enough to see if that was bizarre and whacked out?
I was doing the same thing as you. I was flipping between the 2 fights and another sporting event that was on for the evening. But I don't even need to watch that fight to know that Tony Thompson didn't win no damn rounds against Luis Ortiz. Come on now. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it was officially announced this week. Lee Selby will defend his IBF World Featherweight Championship against his mandatory challenger, Eric Hunter from Philly, at London's O2 Arena on April 9th, the undercard of Charles Martin versus Anthony Joshua. I like that fight. Yeah.
I do too.
Eric Hunter, he's another one. He's been through, 100 promoters, 1,000 managers. He was signed with Golden Boy. He didn't feel like they were doing a good enough job for him. And he just said, just release me. Just release me. Let me go where I need to go. And I actually think Greg Cohen signed him too. And that fight went to purse bid or, I don't really know the whole story. But, look, he got his opportunity now. He's got to go to London. He's got to seize the moment. That's the end of the story.
That's right. When the opportunity is there, you got to snatch it up.
So we got about 1 more minute before Vanis calls in. So perfect. Our last hot topic of the week, the jackass of the week, Celestino Caballero was arrested in Panama with 10 kilos of cocaine. He was apprehended on the highway. Yeah, he was apprehended on the highway in a Toyota Corolla transporting 10 bricks of coke. Five pounds of that were in a toolbox. The other 5 pounds were in a plastic bag. The street value was $600,000, which, let's be honest, that's probably more than he's made in his entire boxing career.
Oh, my God. I would just be, oh, my God. Just the idea of that much blow anywhere near me. I don't even want to be on the same block, and it has nothing to do with me. What in the hell? I know times get harder. And then you in a Corolla. Come on now. Come on. Where you even hide that much cocaine? Where can you hide that much cocaine in a Corolla? I can't even get a baby stroller in a Corolla, let alone 600 keys. Come on, man. Fuck out of here.
You know, he was probably trying to look like real low key. Like, I'm gonna just drive this hoopty. I'm gonna be in this raggedy little Toyota Corolla, so that, you know, they ain't gonna suspect nothing. And, you know, they were probably watching him for a while because they said he did not even resist arrest.
I don't know. That's, come on now. Not in a Corolla. At least get something big. Oh, I think our hotline is blinging.
Okay, let's go to the hotline bling.
Let's see who's in the queue. 610-241. Who is this, and where are you calling from?
It's Julian.
Oh, shoot.
You know, J-Rock, we were actually expecting Vanis to call before you, so I guess we're gonna have to just talk to you first, and Vanis is gonna have to hear you air out. But you know, congratulations first of all on your fight last week. After the fight, you always give the best post-fight interviews. You always do, and you kind of brought some things and laid it out on the floor, and you called some guys some turkeys, and we all thought you were talking about Jamal Charlo, my bad. And Vanis yesterday went to Twitter, and he really had some words for you. You know, I think he feels like you called him the turkey. And so you guys had a little bit of exchange between each other. And, you know, I believe that Vanis was offered a fight with you before. So can you break down where all the emotional breakdown is happening? Why is it happening?
Well, Vanis is just jealous because nobody cares about her right now. That's just it in a nutshell. He had a chance to fight me, and basically, for whatever reason, the fight didn't materialize. I think he asked for too much money that he knew he couldn't get, you know. So the fight never happened, you know. But I accepted the fight on more than one occasion, and Vance is just butthurt, you know what I mean? Like you need to just sit down, relax, and you know. And wait for somebody to call him. Because he ain't in the driver's seat. He ain't never been no world champion. He ain't never been nothing. He's just a contender. You know what I mean? One that's been beaten twice already. So you just relax.
Well, you know, I do think that he had his chance to fight you, and he chose to fight Jermell.
Yeah.
Instead of you.
I didn't even bring that up. He could have fought me. When did he fight Jermell last year? He could have fought me in the middle of last year. He decided to fight Jamal Charlo and got beat anyway. You know what I mean? So, like I said, he's just mad because he don't got no fight on the books. Don't nobody really care about him. So that's his way of keeping himself relevant. I didn't even Vanes Monroe is the furthest thing from my mind right now. So why did he feel the need to get on there and say anything? You know what I mean?
Well, you actually picked him to beat Jermell. I remember that when they fought, you were picking Vanes to beat Jermell. So I think that you've always had, you know, a level of respect for him, and you wanted to fight him because you.
I do respect Vanes. I think he's a good fighter. I don't think he's a great fighter, but I think he's a good fighter. I call a spade a spade. Vanes is no bum. He's not no pussy. You know what I mean? He can fight, but he's just limited. And he talks about he talks about his resume. The guys he fought, he got so many of those fights because guys know that he's vulnerable, he's limited, so they're willing to fight him. You know what I mean?
Whew.
But never.
So,
Look, he's a decent fighter.
So how much did he ask for to fight you? Because there was some numbers circulating that, you know, he asked for 500, and then yesterday on Twitter, he even put out there that he asked for 750.
Right. So how dumb is that of him?
Talk to me about these limitations. You said that he has some limitations. What do you think those are?
I don't know what he's talking about. But you know and I know that $750,000 for a fight. I've never been a world champion. He's never been a world champion. It wasn't a world title fight. I mean, that's just another way of saying no, if you ask me.
Hey, Julian, this is Jay. I wanted to ask you, you said that Vanes has some limitations. What are some of his fight style limitations that you've observed?
Well, I'm going to keep those to myself because we might fight one day. But he got a lot of them. And I'm pretty sure he sees some things. I'm pretty sure he believes he sees some things in me that he can exploit, and that's just how boxing goes. You know what I mean? I think me and Vince will fight one day, but it's just not happening next because how about this? I know what I didn't do. I accepted every fight that came my way. I accepted Michelle Soro. I accepted Jamal Charlo. I accepted Vanes Matarusian. I accepted Austin Trout. So why the fuck Julian Williams can't get none of these fights?
Why do you think that? Why do you think that?
Y'all can answer that. I don't know. I'll let y'all answer. They ain't so excited to get in the ring with me.
Well, I want to be really unbiased here. So I think, you know, you're saying, well, why didn't I get these fights? And I think there could be a couple different reasons. I think some of these guys decided to go in a different direction. You know, maybe they didn't want to fight you. It was too big of a risk. But at the same time, Joel,
but that's fine.
You know,
that, though. But they gotta say that then. Don't get on Twitter and act like you so gung-ho about fighting when you had the chance and you press yourself out.
Well, don't you think it's about time, though? Al Heyman treats you guys so well. You guys get paid well. You guys are on big platforms, major networks. Isn't there a time where these fighters got to start doing him favors? You know, because if he's going to start giving them, quote-unquote, like you told Maul on TV, stop getting that free money, eventually when are their wrists going to get slapped and say, look, you got to fight a gunner. I've been blessing you. I've been taking care of you, but y'all got to man up and fight now.
Can I tell you something? I'm in a mandatory spot now. He's doing that. without actually saying it. Mm-hmm. I'm in a mandatory spot, so you know what I mean?
Yeah. So now your eye is on Jamal. I mean, I don't think you have your eyes on anybody else at this point, do you?
No, I don't care about him. You know what? I care about winning the world title. I don't care if it's Jamal. If he vacate, I don't care. I'll just fight the next available guy for a vacant title. I really care about being a world champion. Now, do I think me and Jamal is the best fight in the division to make? Of course I do. He's 23-0. I'm 22-0. We're about the same age. We're both undefeated. It's just a really good fight to make. It's for a world title. It's a really good fight to make. But if I have to fight for a vacant title, and I'm going to still be a world champion at the end of the day, it don't matter. But I would rather fight him and win the title the old-fashioned way.
I know that's right. So let's talk about Jamal. There's been some, rumors out there that he walks around really, really heavy. He might vacate. He might want to fight you. I mean, they say he walks around as heavy as like 185, 190. And they even asked you on TV, what is Jamal going to say? And you're like, he ain't going to say nothing. He's going to come up with like a weight excuse. And so is that true? Does he really walk around that heavy? Is he struggling that bad to make 154?
I don't know. I don't know what he put in his mouth. I just know that he makes the weight. You see, he made the weight for Wilkie Camford. He made the weight for K9. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
so why can't he make the weight for Julian Williams?
Well, here's the thing. This is just an observation. You know how Facebook likes to tell on you and give you the flashback memories. Just recently, Facebook did the flashback when Jamal was supposed to fight the kid, Molina, the one that got arrested for something with child molestation a couple years ago. That flashback story that's what it was. And he was so butthurt and so upset that he didn't get his title shot. because of that legal situation with Molina. Now he has these opportunities. You know, he fought a shop-worn Wilkie for the title, and now he has the opportunity to really prove himself as a legitimate champion. Why do you think he's ducking these offers to really prove his greatness? Do you think?
Well, you know what? I can't really say he's ducking me yet because he hasn't really. The fight didn't really. You gotta let it play out a little bit more. We don't really know what's going on yet, so I'm not gonna give him the case yet. But I do know he had a chance to fight me before, and I was serious about going to Houston. You know what I mean? The fight didn't happen, and the fight got offered, and it didn't happen. You know, so I can't really say. Just let it play out first. You know what I mean? He might step up and say, "Fuck Julian Williams, I want to fight him." Who knows? And I hope he do that. You know, so
if he doesn't do that, do you think it would tarnish, you know, his reputation at all?
I think so, unless you go up to 160 and flatten somebody of note. You know what I mean?
Mm. So I remember last year on Fox, you said, you know, I'll go to Houston, I'll fight you in Houston in your backyard. He's made you fight through all these, you know, eliminators through the IBS.
No, I'm not going to Houston. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I can't even be mad at you.
I'm not going to fight him. I'm not going to fight him. Mandatory to fight him, and then I go fight him in his hometown too. Come on now. It is a business in Texas, and we've seen a lot of fishy shit happen in Texas.
So where do you think is the neutral ground?
I don't care. I'm just not fighting in Texas.
Well, this will be interesting to watch and see how it plays out, because that might be the next thing. Well, we'll let it marinate. We won't even draw any conclusions.
Yeah,
we'll just let it marinate, see what happens.
And all that. They can't give him that rep yet because I just got the mandatory spot up 2 days ago. You know what I mean? So let's just see how everything play out. I hope we take the fight, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be a real good fight. I think it'll be a real good fight.
I want to switch gears with you a little bit. Vanis is like way behind. He needs a few more minutes, so we'll just wrap up here with you. And let's not, you know, beat a dead horse. I want to talk about this Canelo Khan fight with you because I know you're like an old boxing head. And what do you think about this matchup?
You know what? I think I just think Khan's too small. It's almost like the Canelo versus Josecito Lopez effect. Even though Amir Khan is way more skilled and way more accomplished than Josecito Lopez, he's still a smaller man. Remember when Josecito Lopez was coming up from 140 and then he fought at 47? Next thing you know, he's fighting for the 54-pound title. It just didn't make any sense.
Right.
I think it's going to go the same way. You know, I think Canelo Khan might land some licks or whatever, but when soon as Canelo, you know, start landing them clean blows, you know, Khan training's not going to hold up too well, like how it didn't hold up too well at 135 and 140 and 147 when he was getting knocked down by Julio Diaz and all of them. You know what I mean? So I think that's just my personal opinion. I think it's a bad fight for Khan. It's just too big.
Hey, you know, I think I should have asked you a little differently. Does that fight give you hope that Heyman is working with Golden Boy and that maybe you might have the opportunity to fight Canelo one day?
You know, I haven't thought about that yet. I'm not going to lie. I haven't thought about it. That's
well, you should.
Nah, man, I'm worried about one thing. I've been making good in my career about taking it one fight at a time. I don't think about nobody else except the IBF title right now. I don't care about Canelo. I ain't getting that fight no time soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people are actually listening to the show right now, and, you know, you said, no, I absolutely won't go to Houston now. And so I have some people hitting me up saying, well, where would you want that fight to take place? Do you think it's going to take place in Philly? And I said, no, probably somewhere neutral. Where do you think that fight should end up?
I haven't even fought in Philly yet. Why would he come to Philly and fight me? Come on, man. I ain't even fight here yet. But I don't know, man. But why would I go to Houston? Why would I fight an eliminator? If we're gonna fight this dude, they have to fight this guy in his backyard. Man, it just don't make sense.
Do you think that this fight needs to be built up anymore?
No.
You know, we've seen in boxing. It's good. I'm glad you're saying that because we see in boxing they overcook so many fights, and I don't know if this fight needs more build up.
Remember Gambo and Rama? Fight never happened.
Never happened.
Get knocked off.
Mm-hmm.
You know? How about Gambo and Mickey Garcia? Never happened.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So,
well,
no more,
how about this one? How about Danny Jacobs and Quillen did happen, but it happened like a year too late, and nobody cared.
You know what? I don't think that was late. I don't think it was. You know what? It wasn't that late because Peter Quillen and Danny Jacobs was still relevant. You know what I mean? Ain't like Peter Quillen lost his title in the fight. He vacated it, so he was still undefeated. So I think saying that it wasn't relevant kind of like tarnishes Danny Jacobs' biggest career win. I don't think that's fair. You know what I mean? He still was 31-0, 30-0. You know, he still was a world champion. I think it definitely got a lot of relevance to it. You should get a lot of credit for it. That's my opinion.
Well, I don't think you and Charlo, I don't think it really needs to be built up anymore. That can happen through the promotion. You know, that doesn't have to happen, 6 months from now. But they're saying that Maul might actually take, quote unquote, a tune-up in April. So I need to ask you, when is Ramadan for you? Because I know that your training and Ramadan, that plays into your career.
It starts in June.
June till when?
It'll run my life for 30 days.
So through July. So, all right. So if Charlo does fight in April, then, you wouldn't be able to fight until after July anyway.
Right. From what I hear, we're probably not going to fight till right about the, you know what? I don't know. Because I don't know. I don't want to speculate. Everything is still fresh. I don't want to speculate. I get everybody all hyped and thinking we're going to fight it on a specific date, and it don't happen. You know what I mean? So I just wait, man. Everybody's got to wait. Just like I got to wait. Trust me. I want to know just like everybody else want to know. But, you got to wait.
Well, look, we're going to actually put you on mute for a second because Vanis is on the line. And I know that your time is restricted, but let's bring Vanis on, Jay, and let's mute Jewel and hear some words from Vanis, and then we can hash it out.
Right. 818, Vanis Martirosian. You're on with the Morning Punching Show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
You in a while. This is Jay. This is Jeandra. It's good to be with you again. The Ruckus honorary co-host number 4.
Thank you. Good to be on again.
Vanis, you've been very busy on Twitter again. Them fingers been going to work.
Right?
Man, we got to get you a little dove patch on the back of your trunk. What's going on, Vanis? Talk to us about Jae-Walking.
Look, whenever that shit happens on Twitter, time to time, I have this little, outburst. Is that when I see some shit that's going on that is untrue, and when my name is in there, I try to defend it and speak the truth on it. That's all.
So talk to us about this. Go ahead, RB.
I was going to say, let's get to the nitty-gritty because Julian is being muted, and we'll bring him on because it was important to you, to kind of air everything out. So he fought last week. After the fight, he did an interview. He called, some guys some turkeys. But, we all thought he was talking about Jamal Charlo, and I think you took it personal. And yesterday, you kind of came at him and said, before you call me a turkey, you went 8 rounds with a turkey. Is that where that all stems from? I mean, did you feel like he was referring to you?
Okay. Number one, no, well, he said all y'all 54s. Okay? There's nothing about, look, the fight, I saw Julian's fight yesterday, you understand? Or yesterday. Like, I didn't see the whole thing, you understand? I didn't see the whole interview. People were telling me about it. I didn't really see it. And then yesterday when I saw it, I really didn't like that. And on top of that is that, I have friends that live in Philadelphia. So there were some people that were walking around and they were telling me that, hey, man, there are people over here saying that you didn't take the fight. And there, some people over there that are defending me saying, no, man, he took the fight. But look, man, Julian's on the line, man. Look, I 1,000,000% took the fight. He doesn't know what's going on, you understand, behind closed doors. But let me tell you, bro, I 1,000,000% took the fight. The first, when they called me, Tom Brown called me, Sylvia called me, okay? When she told me about the fight, I told her I'll call her back that night. So I went and I thought about it in my head, what should I say to them because I wanted to fight. The thing is, look, right now, Julian's a killer. He's a good fighter. I respect him as a fighter. But, you know, to fight somebody like that, you know, me and Julian, I think me and Julian can both beat Jamal. You understand? So me and him fighting, so I thought about what's a good price, you know, so I can say, because I don't know, because I know these guys are making like millions. They're making a lot of money. So I'm trying to look out for my family, right? So I said, okay, whatever Austin Trout didn't take, I will take that offer. And I went and researched, it was $750,000, okay? And I asked them, that's the offer. I'm telling you guys the truth, everything. And I sent it to Sylvia, saying, Sylvia, you know what? I don't even want to go in negotiations or anything with you, but this is what I would like. I think this is fair. I will take whatever Austin Trout didn't take, okay? And I haven't heard from them for weeks after that, okay? Not Tom Brown, not Sylvia, nobody, okay? Then all of a sudden, the next day I see that you guys and people are saying I priced myself out. You guys remember that, right? And then
Correct.
I got upset, and I sent a message to Sylvia right there. And I have an email. I have paper trail on all this stuff. I have text messages, emails to Sylvia saying, you know what, this is bullshit. I never priced myself out. That's the first thing I said to them. First offer, I said, you know what, forget everything. Just please send me the contract. I will fight him. And then we'll talk about money later. And I even came on you guys' show, and I told you guys about that. You understand? And then I see the IBF ranking dropping me to 11. So that's like them saying that I didn't take the fight, because then why would they drop me, right? Look, something's going on, whatever's going on, but I 100% took the fight.
Dennis, why is it so hard for you to get a fight? Because you were in talks to fight Julian. Then it was Mal Charlo. Then it was Laura.
I honestly feel like, look, they didn't really want me to fight Julian. That was just they just said something, okay, just to see if, because a lot of people were ducking him. They don't want to fight him, and I understand why. But I said I'll take the fight, but they didn't want. They wanted me to be one of those guys. I'm not one of those guys. I got in this shit to fight. I'm not those guys. I'm not anybody that, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm not those guys. I'm here to fight. Look, like I said, my last 6 fights, I fought Lara, Andrade, Jamal Charlo, E.C. Smith, Willie Nelson. Come on, guys. Every time they call me, I never take a tune-up fight. They know this.
Julian said earlier that he thinks that you have fought better guys because you're vulnerable.
Hey, I made all those guys look bad. You understand? And some of those fights, a lot of people thought I won. They just got favoritism because they know who the favorite one is. You understand?
Yeah.
Look, when I fought Jermel, I had the referee. I was fighting Jermel, and I was fighting the fucking referee.
That's true.
Every fucking round, he comes to my corner. He tells me, don't hit him in the low blow. I'm like, he has his trunks all the way up to his nipples, bro. What do you mean? I stopped going to the body. If I kept going to the body, Jermel would have been out of there.
Oh, man. You know, I got to be honest, $750,000 to fight Julian last year, to me, it did sound like a lot of money, because it's not like J-Rock has fought, you know, like top-level A opposition the past couple of years. So,
Okay. Let me just cut you off. Look, I understand what you're saying, but look, this is a guy that these top guys don't have the balls to fight. And those guys are getting millions, right? Those guys that are getting millions don't have the balls to fight J-Rock, right? But I did, and I do. So I don't deserve it. I'm not asking for millions. Because if they were going to fight J-Rock, I'm probably sure they're going to ask for millions. If they were willing to pay, if they were willing to already pay Trout $750, okay, if they were already willing to do that, and Trout said no, and I am saying yes because they're already willing to put that up. So what happened?
Good question.
Just because he was a champion? So what? I beat Trout 3 times. So what?
Maybe it's because Trout was a former world champion. I mean, he did.
So what? I beat him 3 times. I dropped him like 3 times. It's on YouTube.
In the amateurs.
Yeah, first round. Go
Yeah.
watch it. It's like 10 seconds in the first round, he's down.
Well, the other last thing I want to talk to you about before we hear from Julian one last time and wrap this up is you threatened on Twitter to expose his trainer. I guess apparently you and Breadman were exchanging some messages, and you were telling Jewel, have your trainer show you, our messages. So what was said in those DMs? How did it go down in the DMs? Who reached out to who?
Listen. I don't want to say what happened on the radio show because it's private.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe Julian should look at it. You know what I mean? Loyalty is everything. You understand? In this game. See, I know more about Julian than he thinks I know. I know everything about him. Where he started from.
All right, we're going to bring in Julian at this time. Jewel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Were you able to read what went down in the DMs? Did Breadman show you the conversation between these guys, and we can hash this out?
There ain't nothing to show. There's absolutely nothing to show. I've seen everything. I seen it when it happened. He ain't got a hand. He's almost like he blackmailed me, like he got something on me. He don't got nothing on me. Like I say, what can he say when we accepted the fight on many different occasions? All I can say, I don't know what happened behind closed doors. I don't know who pulling strings or if any strings are being pulled. All I know is Julian Williams accepted the fight on more than one occasion.
Hey, I did too, homie.
All I know.
I did too, homie. Hey, I did too, bro. I took the fight too, man. So don't go on there and say that all y'all 54s. Because when my name comes up, you guys should always say, he took the fight. We don't know what happened with that fight. Don't say that I never took the fight. Because yesterday you're saying that why did IBF drop me, pull my panties up, I haven't knocked anybody out. Come on, bro.
Listen, I'm not going to argue.
It's like you knocked out dudes that you're supposed to knock out, bro. You know what I mean?
So what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying that, bro, don't go out there. Look, whenever my name comes up, you guys should say he took the fight. We don't know what happened. That's all. Don't say all y'all 54.
Did you hear your name being mentioned on the broadcast on March 5th?
What happened?
Please tell me if you heard your name being brought up on the broadcast on March 5th. Nobody said your name, cuz. You tripping. Damn, like I said, you butthurt. Relax. You gonna get a fight? Relax. God damn.
I already got a fight, bro.
You know you sound like
I already got a fight, man, that they're gonna call me, bro. It's not about the fight, man.
That's what you sound like. Seriously.
Look, man.
Relax, bro. You gonna get a fight?
Wow, man.
God damn.
You don't even know how much I know about you, bro.
I get a little bit of
you don't
shy,
even know,
you
man.
Jealous. I get a little bit of shy and you acting jealous. That's really what it's about. If you had a chance to fight me and you just said that you asked for $750 and obviously $750
Look, man.
Fucking much.
Let me just tell you something, bro. You're loyal, right? Always stay loyal, bro. Don't forget where you came from, okay? Next time when you want to fight, first of all, you should say thank you to Mr. Kenny who started you. And number two, don't say my fucking name. Don't say 154s. You understand? Don't say 154s. Say Vaughn took the fight. I don't know what happened with that.
You had a chance to fight me and you turned the fight down.
And I said yes. No. I wanted to fight then. Like I said, see? Go in the inbox and see. Okay?
All right. Well, how about this?
That's all. Then you should see the inbox, bro. If that's what you think, if that's what you think, then your coach should show you that shit.
All right.
Your coach should show you that
y'all,
shit.
I appreciate y'all.
Check it out.
All right.
I'm on my way to June prayers. I'll talk to y'all later.
Have a
Grind
good
it out,
Make sure he shows you that, bro. Check it out, bro.
Check what out?
I swear to God, he needs to check that out.
He needs to check what out?
He needs to go and see that I did take the fight because his trainer knows I took the fight, and he will see that I took it in the fucking inbox. You understand?
All right. Well, before we let you go, you just were screaming that you gotta fight. You gotta fight. So you fighting Laura next? Just let us know. What you doing?
Look, all I know is I heard two names. I've heard Jamal. I've heard Laura. That's from Mr. Heyman. His people calling me and telling me that. Okay. Yesterday I got a call from Mr. Watson. I got a message. You know what's funny? After yesterday morning me and Julie and all that bullshit talking.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, bullshit. I get text messages and I get calls. Sam Watson and Tom Brown. So you understand? Listen.
Well,
they never wanted
attention.
me to fight Julian, you understand? They never wanted me to fight Julian. They just said, Vanis, you want to fight? Oh, yeah, sure, give me this much. Oh, Vanis, price some stuff up. Okay, Vanis. Vanis says, okay, fuck it, send me a contract. I'll fight, and they say something else.
Well, look, we hope you get a fight soon. But what I do want to say is make sure you stay ready, because sometimes when they think you're just chilling and not doing anything and just waiting by the phone, they're trying to get you slipping up, so...
Did you see one thing that Julian just said?
What?
He said that at the end. He said that the fight was offered to me. I didn't take it, and now I want to fight. You see, that's what makes me upset. Because I have nothing against him. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that's talking shit, not me. Because he's going on saying all y'all 54s are turkeys. If he's talking about Jamal, say Jamal, you know what I mean? I don't go on to say, oh, yeah, well, 54s, blah, blah, blah. Because that's like saying, that's including him, because I'm 54 also.
Oh.
You understand? I have nothing against him. So when he says that means that I didn't take the fight either, but I did. And that's what I'm trying to defend myself, that I am the one that took the fight. See, all these guys might be afraid of him, because I'm not. That's all.
Well, we believe you. You don't need more people. So, all right, Vanis. Well, look, enjoy the rest of your day. We're going to wrap up this show. Hopefully that squared away some things and the fans got to hear your side, his side, and then both sides together. There's always three sides to every story. So thank you again for coming on and hashing it out with us.
Thanks so much. Take care.
All right. Have a good one. Woo!
Michelle. I'm sorry, Michelle. I just screamed. I had to mute myself when you said, okay, we believe you. You don't need no more people. So, yeah.
That was really great. Look, Jay, I think me and you are like promoter of the year. I think
right.
We bring these players together. They duke it out. There's always three sides to every story. They come on the morning show, RB and J, set the record straight, put everything out there on the table. Jewel chucked the deuces. He's not, believe it or not, Julian is not very confrontational outside of the ring. So after a while, all that cursing and yelling, he's like, I'm out, y'all. So I respect that, and I respect Vanis for wanting to clear his name. Gotta respect that. So do we want to maybe take a caller and play Know It or Blow It?
You know what? All I know is if we do get into the promotional game, don't be posting our checks on social media. Let's take a quick commercial, then we're going to play Know It or Blow It.
Okay.
Are you looking for a website that has all the latest and upcoming boxing events, plus unique and stylish boxing shirts and hoodies for men and women? Go check out RagingBabe.com. It's your one-stop shop for the most current boxing info and fresh boxing apparel for him and her. Shop online today at RagingBabe.com. Use the promo code RB20 at checkout for 20% off your entire purchase today. That's code RB20 for 20% off your entire purchase today, only at RagingBabe.com. So join the movement and see why attitude and loyalty become passion and determination, only at RagingBabe.com.
Yes.
All right. Know it or blow it, Jade. We got some callers. Is it blinging in the switchboard?
We got it. We got it blinging in the switchboard and not in the DMs. Well, it might be going down in the DMs. I'll check later. Let's pick up this first
All right, let's
person.
bring someone.
Let's see what we got here. 813-787, you're on with the Morning Punch-In Show with RB and J. Who am I talking to, and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is JS from down in Miami. Currently about to drive up in the work, so I'm just listening. But it's kind of crazy in the middle of the day because I'm over here on the East Coast. Catch this verbal sparring going down while I'm on my lunch break. So kind of cool y'all got this set up. But have y'all talked about Lemieux and James De La Rosa?
Not yet. They've been doing their weigh-in while we've been live.
From what I'm getting over Twitter is at a catch weight of 163, Lemieux came in heavy at about 165. Lemieux came in heavy at about 165 and some change, and I'm seeing back and forth. Lemieux.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm seeing back and forth whether it's going on or it's canceled. I don't know. So I don't know what's going on, but That's the word.
Yeah, thank you for the word on the curve for Miami, but you're right. He weighed in at 165.6. That is 2.6 pounds over the weight that was contracted. Oh. That is so disrespectful.
Wow. And that's the contract he asked for too. I mean, that's what I'm tripping on. Is he's a power player in that fight. He asked for 163 and didn't make that.
Wow. Oh man. Well, look, are you willing to play Know It or Blow It with us? We have a boxing trivia question for you, and if you win, you win any shirt you want from the Raging Babe store.
All right, we got it real quick. I'm about to pull into my spot. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Okay, we got 10 seconds. Here we go. Who did Muhammad Ali beat in Rumble in the Jungle? Go.
Oh, of course, Foreman.
Yeah, you got it. Yes.
Dang.
You're a winner.
Oh, you answered so quick I couldn't even get my sound effect correctly together. You're so good.
All right. What is your name again? Sir?
It's Jazz. I'll hit you with it on Twitter.
All right. Hit me up on Twitter. We'll get your address. We'll get your size, and we'll send you out a shirt. Congratulations. You got it. It was George Foreman that Ali beat in Rumble in the Jungle.
Cool. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the show. Good looking out.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Dang. All right.
we got correspondence on the show.
Yo. Okay, we got see the reach of the Morning Punching Show. I'm in LA, RB in Phoenix. We got Miami on deck with us with the weigh-in information. Y'all better quit playing with the Morning Punching Show. We real in these streets.
We got people everywhere, kid. All right, so Jay, why don't you lead us into Jae-Walking next? Our energy is so high up, I don't want it to drop down. So let's keep it moving with Jae-Walking this week.
All right, a little bit about Jae-Walking this week. I've been having a good time going out in the streets of L.A. Keep tuning in to the Morning Punching Show every Friday for a new installment of Jae-Walking, because pretty soon Jae-Walking is going to come in video form. You'll hear the audio, and then you will see these are real-life people out in the streets telling me this crazy stuff. So this week, in honor, it's been 40-plus years since the fight of the century between Ali Frazier, I decided to go out in the streets and see if I could get people to give me their best boxer impressions. LA people are crazy, so I'm out on the streets getting impressions, and here is our latest installment of Jae-Walking.
This is Jay with the Morning Punching Show, and today I'm out in the streets asking people to give me their favorite boxer impression. Let's see how it goes.
I don't do impressions. Can I do Clubber?
Yeah, give us a little Clubber. That sounds cool.
Get out while you can. Don't get this man a statue. Give him guts. Tell all the nice people why you ducking me. I'm ranked number one, and I deserve my shot.
It's Jay out here with the Morning Punching Show, and I'm out here trying to get a few boxing impressions. So I understand you got a little iconic impression for us today.
All right, let me give you a Muhammad Ali one. All right, here we go. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. George Foreman might sell grills with chicken, but he'll never be prettier or badder than me. I'm the greatest fighter of all time.
It's Jay out here with the Morning Punching Show, and I hear that you do a fantastic Mickey Ward. Let me see what you got.
So I like boxing better than I like UFC because it's like more art form, you know. You really gotta wait, and you can't just kick someone in the fucking head. That's kind of cheating, you know. The fight's over. Well, what the fuck, you know? So with boxing, it's an art form. It's gentlemanlike, you know. And that's what I really like about it. That's why I watch it over UFC because you're more like a gentleman, you know. And who doesn't like being a gentleman? Women like gentlemen. Everyone likes it, you know. It's more old school. It's more old school, you know. I'm talking about none of this fucking kung fu shit, you know. You know, I'm a fan of Jackie Chan, but goddamn, it's too much. It's too fucking much.
And there you have it. Once again, L.A. comes through in the clutch. Boxing impressions, Mickey Ward, Muhammad Ali, Clover Lane. Hey, George Foreman grills, who knew? We'll be back with more Jae-Walking next week because it's always a good time. This is Jay for the Morning Punching Show.
Michelle, what the hell is wrong with my people in L.A.? My people in L.A. are crazy. Crazy people. All you got to do is walk up and talk to them.
I love your LA people. They give the best, most random thoughts. And that one guy who's in Muhammad Ali, that was great. That was great.
Yeah, that fool, I just lucked up on the right person at the right time. It was so loud, and he was so good when he did it the first time. I'm like, wait. Can you step inside with me where it's a little quieter? It was all the gardener with the damn blower in the background. And so he's like, yeah, I'll do it again. Shit, I should have signed him. I might go into management after this.
Well, I think I'm going to dive right into Word on the Curb. We've only got about 5 or so minutes left. And, you know, my Word on the Curb really isn't that hot this week. Like I said, this was a really strange week in boxing. Not a lot was going on. So I don't have a lot of tea. But a little Word on the Curb I have. Yesterday, Eddie Chambers was on Twitter saying that he's got a big fight coming up, that everybody's going to be excited. He's going to be on TV. Eddie Chambers, if you don't know who he is a heavyweight fighter out of Philadelphia by way of Pittsburgh. So I got word on the curb that he's actually fighting Gerald Washington next. So all the fights that he was spewing out there yesterday, it is a fight with Gerald Washington. The other little word on the curb I got is about Danny Garcia. So I got this from a really, really reliable source, and I really usually take their word, and so I'm going to put it out there that Danny Garcia will most likely fight the winner of Berto Ortiz.
Para el próximo año. Sí que sí, sí que no.
Oh, my God.
Jay, why'd you do that?
Because that fight is about as remedial as his Spanish.
Oh, man. Well, that's all I have. You know, we could elaborate on Garcia. You know, what does he get out of fighting the winner of Berto Ortiz? You know, I don't really know anymore. I think at this day it's about collecting a check. I don't really think it's about legacy. I think he beat Amir Khan, he beat Lucas Matisse, and he had so much momentum, and then it just went up in the clouds somewhere. You know, I feel like he should have been a pay-per-view fighter by now, and he's not, and he just hasn't fought the best quality opposition, and this is another fight that wouldn't really do anything for him but pay him extremely well. So, hey, if that's what he's fighting for, awesome. You know, if he's really not fighting to go into the Hall of Fame or, you know, to break records, then cool. I guess this is a cool little fight.
I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it on a future show. Do you think he peaked too soon? He had so much good opposition, and he was just in a really top-heavy weight class. And after he ran through Khan and Matisse, the road really led to Floyd, and he wasn't getting no Floyd fight. Maybe he's just a victim of circumstance. I don't know, because we know he's not going to fight Thurman right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he peaked at Matisse. I think that's where he was, like, probably at his best and could have just kept going onward and upward. And instead they said, you can fight Rod Salka, you know, and then they went to her, you know, with Herrera, and it all spiraled down very, very fastly. So I think we're going to wrap it up. We're just about hitting the 10 o'clock mark here this morning. So unless we have another caller, we could do a quick note or blow it. If not, Jay, we can wrap up and close out the show with the boxing schedule.
Yeah, let's go out and wrap it up. Coming up this Friday from Mexico City on Telemundo, Carlos Ruiz versus Joel Montes de Oca. I heard my word on the curb, and I'm not going to say who told me, was a certain announcer that we all didn't have cracking Spanish. So maybe I'm auditioning for the announcer role. On Saturday from Montreal on Fox Deportes, or maybe not on Fox Deportes, David Lemieux versus James De La Rosa. Wow, 2 pounds overweight. You talking shit about Canelo? Get it together, Lemieux. Maybe you should cut his hair. From Merida, Mexico on BN Sports, Miguel Burchell versus George Juke for the vacant WBO interim junior lightweight title. From Burbank on Unamas, Casey Ramos versus Jonathan Perez. And from Las Vegas on CBS Sportsnet, Zab Judah, he hasn't pulled out of the fight, versus Josh Torres for 10 rounds. That's going to be on CBS Sportsnet. So that is your boxing, and that's all I got.
You know what? We forgot one fight that's going to broadcast tomorrow. So, guys, tomorrow was supposed to be Thurman Porter at the Norwegian Sun in Connecticut. Oh, what a bummer. We were supposed to get that fight tomorrow. So what is happening tomorrow is at 7 o'clock Pacific time, Sean Porter is going to fight a 12-round exhibition sparring match versus Leonardo Tyner from Las Vegas. And PBC is going to broadcast all 12 rounds of this sparring session live on their PBC Facebook page. So that's at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So you could check that out, too. I'm pretty sure Keith Thurman's going to be glued at the computer watching all 12 rounds of that sparring.
Man, if Keith Thurman was a real goon, I'd show my ass up in Vegas and sit front row like a real goon. That's what I would do. Like Canelo used to troll everybody and show up at the fights, I'd be front and center like, what's up? Good fight. Good fight. So, I don't know. I'm a troll, so that's what I would do.
Well, look, we appreciate everyone ending your work week with us. We hope that we ended it with you on a high note with good boxing information and lots of laughs. And we hope that we, kicked off your weekend on a good note as well. We will be back next Friday morning, 9 o'clock, right here, the Morning Punch-In Show with RB and J. Everybody have a safe weekend.
All right, take care, everybody.
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Today, Bridget Griffin shared a video of her daily yoga routine, 2 self-help articles, and her new blog called Build Your Inner Bridge with Bridge. Girl, your sharing has turned into oversharing. No worries, Bridge. Geico has some info worth sharing with your 7 blog followers, like how you could save money on your car insurance, update your policy, and report a claim just by visiting geico.com. How's that for building your inner bridge? Bridge? Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.